How you doing, YouTube? Matt Massa Beer Reviews, back with a little bit of mystery beers, courtesy of my boy Rob, Beer Snob Rob from Texas. Go check him out on the Instagram. I believe it's beer_snob_Rob is his Instagram handle. So he sent me off a box of beers, four non-mysteries, four mysteries. I was in the mood for kind of a boozier beer, and I took a flyer on this. Actually, I just did the unboxing like 3 minutes ago. I figured, might as well just pop one of these mystery beers. And that's what we're doing. Classic paper bag stylings, beer-wise. That looks like barley wine. It's kind of what I hoped it would be. Has that barley wine look to it. Rich doo-doo brown water. Had a khaki-colored head on it, almost malt ball-colored head on it that actually dissipated real quick. Let's get a nose. What is that? Okay, I don't know if it's barley wine. It's more like a hazelnut imperial brown ale. That's kind of what I'm getting off this. Scotch warm. This has been in my fridge all day, but probably closer to like low 50s as opposed to like high 40s. Yeah, I'm getting this nutty, malty characteristic. No barrel. Core 4. Maybe like a nut addition to it, but it comes off as an imperial brown ale to me. Maybe a little chocolate in there. Maybe just a little chocolate added. That's pretty much it. It comes off as a robust beer. Probably like 8s. Mid-8s. Maybe pushing 9s. But nothing too aggressive. Yeah. Interesting. Let's dive in. Cheers. I'm going even lower in this now. What is this? Maybe my palate's fucked up. Yeah, it's super devoid of all flavor. Yeah. There's a nutty characteristic to it, a brown ale characteristic. There's a soft little chocolate. The nose knows, but it doesn't have like a big ABV to it. It comes off more like a 5, like 5.5, 6% kind of nut brown ale. But there's something to it. There's a little bit of spiciness to it in some form or fashion. I wanted to cheat, but I can't. It's murky, man. What is it? Is somebody's porter? No, it's a brown ale. It's not a Scotch ale. I hesitate to even call it a brown ale. Not to like, hopefully not to like mess with anybody on this, but it's kind of like homebrew like. It tastes like somebody's homebrew brown ale. But there's a spiciness to it. Maybe a rye brown. I don't know. Soft little chocolate vibes. Nothing too aggressive malty wise. A little bit of spiciness. I don't know. Chocolate rye. Somebody's chocolate rye. That's all I got. A 5.2% chocolate rye ale. It's going to be Bourbon County Stout. What is this? Blackened Weizen. It's a black Hefeweizen. I did not get a 4.9, so it's low ABV. It did not get any kind of hef off of this. I got no kind of banana phenolic. This is Uncanny Designs Black and Hefeweizen. This is Copperhead Brewery. Is it Copperhead Brewery, Conroe, Texas. Really? I would have never said a Heffa. No. Black Hefeweizen. It doesn't come off as... I mean, there's a density and a mouthfeel that I could attribute to like a wheat beer. But even if you're talking like a black Heffa, you know what I mean? Like, you're expecting some kind of like yeast phenolic off it. You're not really getting that here. It's almost like an American wheat ale. You know, it's an American wheat ale, black American wheat ale, as opposed to like a black Heffa. That's kind of how it comes off. That makes way more sense in my brain. It's not a negative beer. There's no like overtly bad flavor to it or anything like that. This is very neutral. Not a big, huge kind of like impact to this beer. Now it's 4.9. It's sub 5%, so it's not going to be a huge beer to begin with. Label's cool. You know, death metal goat thing going on. But it just lacks any kind of like... That's why I call it American Wheat Ale. American Wheat Ale is only... The only more boring beer than American Wheat Ale is American Blonde. And that's kind of where this one lands. I mean, it lacks a big grain presence to it. I almost was like second guessing my palate on this. That's how like neutral this thing was. There was that slight like chocolatey nutty characteristic, so that's probably the best thing I got off of it. So obviously you're getting that from the malt bill. I just don't understand the Hef version of the show. If they had black American wheat, I'd be like, this makes all the sense in the world. So I just think it is classified to be wrong. I don't even think they used any kind of like classic kind of yeast that was giving you any of that Hef kind of thing on it, but not a negative beer as far as made. There's nothing like off flavor or any of that kind of stuff. It's just kind of meh. So I'm okay with what I said, you know. But a fun mystery beer nonetheless. There we go. Is this one of the better Heffa? Heffas? Is that a word? Is that how you do it? That I've had as of late? No. Is one of the better American wheat ales that I've had as of late? Yes. That's the difference. Value and availability, no idea. Rob, let me know what's what. And leave you with, if you like what we like this. If you like super neutral chuggers that are malt forward as opposed to kind of clean or even like hop forward, you'll dig this. Like I said, not a negative beer, no off flavor, just also not any kind of aggressive, fun kind of flavors to it. There you go. Mystery beer in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you've had this, please let me know what you thought about it, especially you, Rob. Mystery beers, if you want to send them off, the only way we can do it is via y'all. Y'all? Is that how you do it? Massivebeers at gmail.com or matt@massivebeers.com. Reach out to me that way if you feel like sending some off. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully you're enjoying a little bit of black Heffa action right now. Hope we'll see you next time. Cheers.